What's up, guys? Welcome to BODYFULNESS, episode 2, where we are going to be talking about self-confidence. I'd like us to begin by just thinking about how we grow, thinking about the fact that what we are is the result of our culture, our teachers, our parents, etc. In the same way that is true, the way we move is also conditioned by our culture and society and family, etc. Let me give you a simple example. When you can see any toddler. If you see any toddler, you're gonna see that they move with a lot of ease. You see that they move very carefree. If you see them doing a squat, they do it naturally without any extra effort. If you see them do a push-up, they do it naturally without any extra effort. The thing that happens is that as we start to grow, we begin to change the way we move according to the group we belong to. Meaning, if you are in a group of thugs and they move like this and like that, just because you want to belong to that group, you start to move in that same way. And then you change your natural way of moving just because you want to belong. Same way if you are in a group where the girls walk like this and very, feminine and whatnot, moving the hips a little more than the usual, then you're gonna start moving your hips a little more than usual, and that doesn't only affect the way your body moves naturally, but it also affects you emotionally. The reason is that every emotion and every experiences we have, especially the strong experiences we have, gets stored in our muscles, and it gets stored in the way, and that affects also the way we move. And if we are to become self-confident, we need to understand that the way we move affects our confidence. It affects the way we feel about ourselves and the way we feel about the world and the way we see the world. So since society and culture and everything else has conditioned us to be in a certain way, emotionally and mentally, psychologically, it also conditioned us to be in a certain way physically, which means that both of these two things are connected. The way you move is connected to your psychology. Therefore, if you are to change your confidence, you need to change the way you move. Let me give you a little example. I'm sure you've noticed several times when this one person walks into the room and everybody has to turn around. Everybody turns around and says, "Whoa, who's this person?" Not necessarily for the way they look, but the way they act. Let's call it like this, in the animal kingdom, heterosexual men, the alpha male and stuff, when they walk in, all the beta males have to look down, have to walk away and do things like that. The same thing happens with humans. If an alpha male walks into the room or walks next to a beta male, the beta male tends to look down. So that means that the alpha male is in charge. That's all it means. And it's something natural that we do. Now, I'm telling you this because these are things that you can use in your advantage. How? When you are in a situation like that, I'm saying alpha male just to use that as an example. You can think about other examples and other situations, and you can apply the same thing. So when you are in a situation, let's use the alpha male again, and this person walks in, and you see that person that just physically the way they move and the way they act, they're alpha males, but instead of you bringing your head down, you keep your head up. That's different from what you usually do. So since it's different from you usually do, you should feel good about yourself. So the way you change from not feeling confident to feeling more confident about yourself is repeating that thing that you did with your body. Meaning, if you look down when that person came in the room the first time, the second time you're gonna keep your head up. Okay, you might feel awkward at first. You might feel a little weird. You're like, oh my God, this feels so, I feel so uncertain about what I'm doing. But then you did it, and then you feel good about yourself, and then you reinforce the behavior. Not like little dogs that you go and treat yourself to food or something. You're not a dog, so stop doing that. But instead, what you do is just your treat is gonna be the way you feel about yourself. You're not gonna take yourself shopping. You're not gonna take yourself to eat. You're gonna feel good about yourself because of what you did. That should be enough for you to do it again. So if you do it again, then you feel good again. And then if you continue to repeat that body movement, that thing that you did with your body to make you feel more empowered, and in your power, that thing is what is going to happen, and it's going to become part of you. And subconsciously, you're going to continue to do that. Please keep in mind that we are all in one thing or another not very confident. For instance, I can be confident when I talk about psychology or when I talk about fitness. But when it comes to, let's say, technical stuff, IT stuff, I have no idea. I suck at it right now because I've never trained myself to do that or anything like that. But if I were to talk about IT right now, I wouldn't feel very confident. So I'm telling you that just to keep that in mind. You're not confident in every situation. But if there is a situation that you like to feel more confident about, then what you do is just change the things that you do with your body. That's all you need to do. We're gonna leave it to here today. Let's continue to the lambs become lions. I hope you will like the videos, and if you like, just click like. If you want to have a one-on-one with me and stuff, just send me an email, kinetic.awareness@gmail.com. I'm gonna put the link below. And I hope you're having a fantastic day. Also remember to be bodyful. I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.